times have changed. So number 1's now 25.
Oh, right. For
Tiwi.
Yep.
And number 8's the captain.
25. Captain Dale Cunningham. David Cruz.
You're watching AFLNT's coverage of the 22-23 TIO NTFL season here from TIO Stadium in Darwin on Larrakia country. My name is Nick Danks and my commentary partner this afternoon, Damien Hale. Damien, how are you this afternoon, mate?
Yeah, not too bad, Nick.
Big game today. Should be a big one. St Mary's are in red-hot form. They won 5 in a row. The Bombers are coming off a couple of losses, but a couple of wins before that and a bye last week. Should be interesting today.
Yeah, it should be. I worked on the commentary on the St Mary's game last week, and they were very solid against Darwin. Darwin did fight back late, but Saints had them covered for most of the day. So last time these two teams met, I think it was a 156-point margin for St Mary's in round 2. So the Bombers would be looking for some improvement on that, I'd imagine.
Of course, the game has been moved across from Tiwi today. We'll cross that later on, but conditions 35 degrees out there. A bit of breeze playing towards the airport end, but warm conditions out there today.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be a hot one. Plenty of water needed, and looks as though St Mary's have won the toss and will kick to the right of screen. I think the breeze is probably a 2 to 3 goal breeze there, so it looked like Nate Paredes had won that toss for them. Obviously, also because it is a Tiwi Bombers home game, the game was relocated from Stan Tipalura Oval on the Tiwi Islands back here to TIO, so St Mary's are wearing their away strip.
And a couple of other games on today. Your thoughts of those? Buffs versus Waratahs at 4:30 this afternoon here.
Look, I was impressed with the times I've seen Waratahs. I think that they go under the radar. There's not a lot said about them, but they just continue to win, and they're sitting on top of the ladder. So I think that it'll be a hard-fought game, but I think they'll beat Darwin. Yeah,
I was at the Pint game last week, and Pint started off pretty well, but in the end, Waratah were just running above them all day. Tracy Village, 4 o'clock, Wanderers versus Southern Districts.
expecting the Districts boys to bounce back, though Wanderers have won 2 on the trot, so they're going for 3 in a row. Districts started the season well, sitting 3rd on the ladder. I'd expect them to rebound at some stage, and possibly today.
And 7 o'clock across the road at DXC Arena, Pint versus Palmerston should be a beauty.
Should be. Pints have certainly held themselves in good esteem in the start of this season. They can be very proud of what they've bought in the first 9 rounds. I think everyone's been surprised. 2.5 wins, so well done to Pine under Shannon Motlop. But I think Palmerston have been a bit of a surprise packet, and with Varco back in playing today as well, and Neville Jetta, I think that the Magpies will get the job done. And
today you think that St Mary's pretty easily?
Yeah, you'd think so. I just hope that the Tiwis come to play. They've certainly, there's a lot of pride out there, and they're being more competitive, and that's the thing that I know that Brent and Toy will be working on, just getting them to be more competitive for longer in games. But yeah, certainly a challenge today against the Saints side.
So we're not that far away from bounce up. Umpire's got the ball now, so all yours, Damien.
No worries, Nick. Umpire 5. Did they give us his name?
Yep.
I think I asked them to do that. It was on. All right, here we go. They've got him out. They've got him angry. Let's get it underway. Chiswell in the ruck for St Mary's. Up against it looks as though it's Mully Cruz has gone in. Chiswell's a big unit from Imperials in Mildura, so he gets the first tap out. No one can really get a hand on it. Joey Salmons there working hard against Harley Bennell. Comes up hot off the ground. Joey Salmons sees it out over the sideline with Mully Cruz. Dave Cruz, number 6 there for the Bombers. Looks as though he's gone into the ruck. So not a recognised ruckman. Probably better served running off the half-back flank. Chiswell seems like a big unit from the, as I said, the Imperials Football Club working out of the Mildura area. Boundary throw in here on the wing. Mully Cruz works him out of it a little bit there. Looks like in the back, Bennell gets it. And the umpire there's picked up the player in Dion Munkara. Said he threw it, so Lant gets a kick. First clear possession of the game towards Calder. Roved well there by Yaron. Onto Paredes, who scrubs it forward. It looks like Heenan's in the best spot there, and he might have been held, tackled high there. Bugsy Heenan, captain today for the Bombers. He goes long out here in the direction. There's Ling. Ling wins it down and then lays a strong tackle. No prior opportunity there, and the umpire comes in and balls it up.
Field umpires today, Mark Mounsey and Cooper Bayman. Boundary umpires, Adam Mounsey, Caelan Campbell, and goal umpires, Andrea Rayner and Simon Hay.
Swooped on by Salmon. He was good last week, Salmon, as well. He started this game well. Calder overruns it. Trapped there by the Tiwi player. He knocks it forward. It all into the back of Paredes. No free kick play on. Well umpired there. Tackle from Musgrave. Might have creeped up, but nothing doing on the play. Paredes extracts it. Slaps. The chance there. Well done by the Bombers player. Excellent by McCarthy. He scrubs it out, but only doesn't go as far as he would have liked. It's gathered there by the Saints player. Goes in deep and through for a behind. The first behind of the game. Mark Noonan, field umpire there. Looks like Dion Munkara is going to bring this one in. He goes short into the pocket. Heenan's got it. Heenan goes short again to Bennell. A little bit of control coming out of the back half from the Bombers. Harley Bennell enjoying a little bit of shade under the under that light there. It is pretty warm. He's got it over to Munkara again. Chips it forward. Cruz has got it. Well, good build up here by the Bombers. That's a beautiful kick into the centre of the ground. Excellent kick to Stanley Tipalua off a bit of a lazy kick, but luck's a fortune here. It's gathered in by Cunningham, Dale Cunningham. He goes around. He doesn't quite get around. He kicks to the hot spot though. Here's a bit of crumbing there. Picked up, shrugs the tackle. He had a lot of time. It goes onto the boot there and in the goals. Well done by Kieran Parnell. Just sagging back there, the whiz. Over to Jacob Long. Jacob Long goes short into the pocket. New player there for Saints. Not quite sure who that one is. We'll pick him up as we go through the call. Into Paredes. Paredes chips again. A little bit loose through the middle of the ground here. That one's with Hillier, who was very good last week. Follows up again, well done, gets back to Paredes. He goes long into the forward 50 in the Calder direction, or Grenfell. The two big guys, they kicked 12 between them last week. Was a great effort, good tackle by Salmon. Salmon feeds out to Dunn. Dunn on the left foot, yes, well done, Tipalura. Good player, Tipalura. Once again, he opens them up through the corridor. Chopper Villaggio won't be happy about that. Munkara's willing his forwards to move. Chips it into no man's land, and he might have run too far.
Yeah, I think that's what he's pinged him for there. But Tiwi are looking really good at the early stages. They've running the ball very well out of the back line. They're just missing that hook up in the 50 metres.
We don't see it too often, Nick, that St Mary's get opened up like that through the middle of the ground, and Lant goes long in the Grenfell direction. Why wouldn't you? He's a big unit. He taps that ball up. Dunn does well. He gathers it in there, kicks it out wide. It's a good kick too. It's not standing. It's Hooker's got it. He's been a solid contributor this year. That ball comes out. Heenan's got another touch. Well done to him. Scrubby kick. Goes through them there. That man Tipalura's got it again. He can be dangerous. He can be very clever. Lowers his eyes into the centre of the ground. That's picked up there. Got the run of the ball there in Tipalura, John. He's willed out of it. He sort of probably could have gathered that one. Comes in, Lant again on the right foot this time. Spots up Calder. He drops one that he normally would have taken, but he recovers well. He hacks that ball inside. And it's picked up there by the, not quite sure of that player there. Comes out to John Tipalura. Goes down the wing nicely. Nice kick there into Cunningham. Cunningham just holding it up here, looking for some options. It's happened a couple of times early, not a lot of movement up forward. He looks now into the corridor. He's gone a little bit backwards there to go forwards. He's picked up John McLennan. Here we go. We're just a bit of a lull in proceedings here, Nick. They're shopping it around. They've had to go long in the end, and that'll favour the St Mary's backman, and Parnell comes over the top and smacks it out. Not ideal.
No, Tiwi certainly look better running the ball. They've going to struggle if they play that sort of football, if they hold back and let St Mary's get back on them, but certainly breaking the ball out of the middle, they've done well.
Austin Woodamary there on screen, the former Melbourne Demons champ. Chiswell knocks that one back out. Bounds. The Tiwi boys are appealing for a deliberate. Big Chiswell. Fairly good height advantage on David Cruz here. Cruz will use all his experience. Chiswell gets it down. It's well done there by the Saints player. He feeds the ball out. Comes up. Well done there. It's fed out to Hillier. Hillier follows up and gets it back again. Looks to give a nice little handball. Clever handball inside there to Bowden. They've made a mistake though. The Tiwis will sweat on them all day. It's a little bit fumbly in the middle. Comes out Lant now. Gives the ball over to Jellyman Turner. Kicks it out in front of Calder. And he sees it out over the line. Bit of a scrappy start, Nick.
Yeah, it's dropped off in the last couple of minutes. It did start off pretty quickly, and Tiwi looked really good. So, but obviously right in, this one's only a point in this game at the moment, and it's pretty tight in the middle.
7 minutes gone. 1 point to St Mary's. It's more like a World Cup soccer game at the moment. Not a lot of scoring. Comes out, fed out there. It's the running John Tipalura. He's tackled well. He threw that ball out, and that's well done by the St Mary's player in Liam O'Connor Dawkins. Goes in towards one of the tall timber in Calder. Can't mark it. Strong tackle by the Tiwi player. No prior opportunity there, I don't think, for the Saints guy. Where's the strong tackle? We'll ball it up 40 metres out there in front of the St Mary's goals. Calder over to Yaron. Yaron handballs it out into the space. Grenfell bends down. It's a long way down for the big fella. Musgrave rips it out and throws it on the boot for a snap. Is it a goal? I think Mitchie's got the first one for the day. Mitchie Musgrave gets St Mary's first goal for the day.
He certainly ripped that out of his hand. I would have to question whether the correct disposal, but he's pulled it out of the pack and snapped it across his body. And St Mary's go 1 goal, 7 points. Tiwi Bombers yet to score, but Tiwi are playing really good football early in this game. Interesting
to see if Big Grenfell gets a stat for that. I'm not quite sure how he disposed of it, but it doesn't matter. 1 goal, 1 St Mary's, 7. after 8.5 minutes. The Bombers are competitive. It's quite a very hot day, plenty of interchanges already. The boys are coming on and off the ground. Got Big Chiswell in the ruck this time against Cruz again. Umpire comes in. Oh, perfect bounce. It's a beauty. Goes along, knocked forward there. Well done by the Bombers player who followed the play beautifully. Oh, it's dropped up forward there. It would have been a nice start for Tipalura to grab that one. Brought away by Parnell. Handballs it over. Salmon's got it again. Salmon goes into the middle of the ground. That's a nice kick too by Salmon, and very good spoil on Boyle, but he's strong. He wins it back. It's intercepted there though. Strong play also by Michael Dunn. Well done by the Tiwi Bombers. Player there needs to get it on the boot quicker. I think the Tiwi player unfortunately gets tackled in Karanua. Ball goes out here. St Mary's have got it now going forward. Some loose checking there. Well done by Musgrave, the goal kicker. Kicks over the top to the big man Calder. The champ's got it. He wheels onto his left. Hooker worked the mark well then. And into Grenfell. Well done. Mully Cruz back there to help. Good contest there too by McCarthy. Yep. Been a solid player as well. Over to Adamson. Chips it out nicely. Bombers coming out of their back half well this time. That's a good kick also. Onto a running player. Gets it in there. Well done by Parnell. But it doesn't clear the area. Picked up by Thompson. Hacked forward by Tiwi. Got the run of the ball here. Cunningham, if it sits for him, it sits well. He kicks on the right foot towards goal. Oh, that's a great goal. Well done, Cunningham. He took his opportunity and certainly made Saints pay.
That was set up though by Harley McCarthy in the back line there. He saw the St Mary's player on his own, left the guy with the ball and ran backwards and intercepted that, spoiled the mark, and it's gone on from there. But Harley McCarthy did certainly set that goal up, and well done.
Great kick there by Wiley, it was, the 44, just kicking it along the ground. Could see the St Mary's player coming in to smother, and so he did a little grubber kick that John O'Thurston would have been proud of, Nick, and into the running, into the path of the running Dale Cunningham, and he kicks a great goal for the Tiwis there. First for the game, 11 minutes gone, 7 plays 6. Here comes the umpire again. Bounces, favours Cruz. Double fists one away. Chase for the ball. Ling's in there. Coming through is Musgrave. He's tackled high, I would say. The umpire's pulled that one. Wiley's given away the free kick. No, it wasn't Musgrave, sorry. It was Parker Fawcett. Does pretty well. Comes out Lant, left foot. Can kick a goal on his left, Lant, and goes bang. It's a goal. Well done, Dill Lant. Great goal.
They let him go there. He didn't have much pressure on him. He just picked it up, turned onto it, and a great goal there. It's put 11 minutes, just heading into 12 minutes, and St Mary's are now 13, mathematical 7 points up. 1 goal to the Tiwi Bombers and 2 goals won to St Mary's. So a 7-point lead to the Saints.
Well, if I knew I was going to be involved with footy, Nick, I would have concentrated on my 6 times tables. That's more right, yeah. As a kid. Yeah. Would have focused on them in year 3.
It's when the scoreboard gets halfway between you and them, and you just go, hang on, I've got to add that up in my head now.
Yeah, you've got to wait. I wait until I see it pop out, and then I'll read it. The best way to get away with that one. Chiswell knocks the ball down. Yaron doesn't get it. Comes out again. Well gathered there by Thompson. Kicks the ball out wide. Long in the race with it with Cunningham. And what do we got there? Must have been a free kick. Going to Jacob Long. He goes inboard to Ling. Ling's got it on the half-back flank for Saints. Looks for a target. He's turned it over. Hillier wasn't able to get that. Well gathered by the Tiwi Bombers again. They've kicked it in, but only as far as Oborn. Kicked off the ground there. Well done by the Saints. They've repelled that one. Get it out of the area. Yes, good mark there by the St Mary's player in Gallagher. Gives it over to Yaron. Yaron on to Salmon. Salmon goes into the forward 50. Calder and Grenfell are there. They were a nightmare last week. This time it's Grenfell's got it. Calder, Grenfell coming off 7 last week against Darwin. It was a really hard day at the office for the Darwin back 6. and I think called a kick 5, so 12 between them, the Twin Towers.
Yeah, he was too big then.
Yeah, we'll get a great view of this as he goes in. Has a shot on goal. Oh yes, it's a beautiful kick. Well done. Grenville kicked his first for the day, and St Mary's have kicked their third. Excellent goal there. 3 goals, 1-19. The Bombers 1 goal, 6, and we've just ticked over 14 minutes first quarter.
Tiwi's still running pretty strong. They're not giving St Mary's much room, but just when St Mary's get that bit of breakaway like they did here, they're just too strong and too tall for them.
Yep, they'd challenge most back lines in the competition when the ball comes in like that, give it a bit of air. Oborn has gone into the ruck. He was very good as the second ruck to Ryan Smith last week, the big Smithy, playing his 200th. Not out there today. Oborn and Cruz. Cruz doesn't jump, he roves instead. Kick forward by Ling. Well gathered there by Lant on that left foot again, out into some space. Out for Hillier, a hard-working player. He does the discipline thing. He looks back in and to Paredes, who's marked it. He's played on. The umpire's called him to play on. Paredes, the skipper, goes back and just goes bang again. Great goal, Nate Paredes. Excellent kick there by Paredes. Well done. St Mary's a little bit too much time there at the moment. The ball's coming in and not a lot of pressure on him. As you can see here in the replay, Hilly's been a good player at the times that I've watched him. He's done the discipline thing, back into the skipper. He's played on. Pressure from Michael Dunn, got back to that right foot and just went bang. That's a goal, the skipper's goal. So we're coming up nearly 16 minutes gone. St Mary's now have got 4 goals, 25 to 1 straight goal to the Bombers 6.
In this running and chasing game that Tiwi are doing at the moment, it's going to be very hard in this weather, so hopefully that they can get into quarter time and then take a break and then come back and a bit stronger in the second quarter, but it is tough out there in this heat.
Yaron gets it over the top there to force it, goes in again. Very well done. It's a good spoil there. Gets the ball over. Well done to the Tiwi Bombers on that occasion. Got a good spoil on it. McLennan. Oh no, it wasn't McLennan, I don't think. Yes, it was. Great tackle there. Very good tackle from McLennan on Ling. Takes a break. Here they go again. Oborn worked under it a bit by Cruz. He takes the ball out. He tries to hack it out of his own teammate's hands. Bonnell's there. Haven't seen a lot of him, but he's done well that time. He's hacked the ball forward. Tipalura beaten in the run for it on that occasion by Braith Hodges. Free kick given here. Cunningham's got it. Richie Cunningham. And chips it over the top. And marked there for the Bombers. Adamson's got it. They need this one, Nick. Oh, he's handballed it off to Hooker. Hooker on the left foot. Goes deep to the goal square. Oh, nearly a mark there. Oh, well roved. Excellent, Johnny Tipalura. Plenty of clever play in John Tipalura there. Front and centre. That's where it all happens. Gathered it beautifully. A little shimmy in the shake. And he kicks the goal for the Tiwi Bombers. Their second goal. 2 goals straight. 12. St Mary's 4-1. 25. 17 gone.
Yeah, he knew he wasn't going to make the distance, but he put it right into the danger spot. And luck's a fortune from there.
All right, back to the middle of the ground. Excellent play there. Hooker creating a little bit of play, just running off. Probably caught the Saints defenders napping a little bit. They were probably thinking that Adamson was going to go back and have a shot. Hooker got it in there quickly, which was good. Oborn now's gone into the ruck. He's against John Tipalura, so they'll go with an undersized ruckman. Good if they could get a big guy. Bonnell, beautiful handball to the advantage of this guy who's a Rolls Royce in a way. Tipalura, geez, he's got good skills. Stan Tipalura, great kick there. Found Shane Ostrell. And Ostrell's going to go back and kick, have another shot on goal for the Tiwi Bombers. He's a great mover, Stan Tipalura.
That was a lovely pass. This could put it right back in.
Let's see how he goes. In comes Austral, very deliberate. Oh no, sorry, it's not Austral. Sorry, Dion Munkara. My apologies, Dion. He'll tell me about it next time I'm over the island, and he's missed.
Just that.
Apologies to you, Dion. Should have kicked that one. He's an experienced player. And they'd already on the scoreboard, they'd already put it down. Didn't. 2 goals, 1-13. St Mary's 4-1, 25. 19 minutes gone. We'll catch up with the game shortly. Comes into Paredes. Paredes goes over to Lant. Lant's getting plenty of it again today on that left foot. That's the match. That's the game plan. Calder! No, not quite, but beautifully done. Salmon, he kicks it out in front of Yarran. It wouldn't sit for him. Hit the pack with pace there, and purpose did Salmon. Goes very well, Joey Salmon. He's been a good player. Bugsy Heenan says, I'll bring it back in, son. You let me have this kick. Shopping around. He's going to go short there. Anyway to McCarthy. It's been solid again today, McCarthy. Nice strong-bodied player. Here he goes long. Saints will like this. Long towards the contest. Hillier's in front. Ball's tapped down there. Overrun by Thompson. It's thrown out. Lant throws it onto the left foot. It's a chaos ball. Anything could happen here. Hillier picks it up. Here's the voice. Hits it out in front of the St Mary's player there in O'Connor Dawkins. And he's got it into Paredes. Nate Paredes looking around. I don't think he's got any intention of giving this one off. The umpire's been a little bit generous with him. They're lining him up. Here comes Nate Paredes, the Saints skipper. Puts it out there. And it's a point.
Didn't come back on the breeze. I think he expected this pretty strong breeze out there. He said a couple of goal breeze down there on the ground, but it didn't turn at all. It just went dead straight.
It's probably picked up a little bit since we started too. So 2-1-13. St Mary's 4-3-27, leading the Bombers. We've gone into time on. Nearly 21 minutes gone in this game. So the Bombers have been competitive. Certainly haven't got blown away in this first quarter, which is good.
There was a couple of minutes there in the middle of the ground. We thought, hang on, this could get nasty real quickly, but Tiwi have just held on, got a goal and kept it respectable in the first quarter.
Paddy Heenan brings it back into play. Giswell goes high. And the umpire's called play on there. No prior opportunity. The tackle was fine, and the umpire says, I'll ball it up. Good umpiring there. Wasn't much in it. Bugsy Heenan using all his experience at the moment, just working this clock down. Trying to keep St Mary's at bay. Tipalura goes into the ruck, thrown on the boot by Lant. Yeah, well done there on that occasion by the Bombers player in Adamson. He's given it out there to McLennan, who's kicked it over to Cruz. Cruz swings and wheels and goes. Ball's picked up by Oman over to Long. Well done there. Back to Jellyman Turner. Ball's kicked into the centre of the ground. Gathered by Lant. Oh, he tries to shrug off the tackle, but it was a good tackle. Well done by Saints, though. They've got the ball out here again. They've gone in long in the Grenfell direction. And did he get to it? I don't think he did.
No, I don't think he did.
It's a point. It's a let off there for the Bombers. McCarthy brings the ball back in. He's got time there in who have we got? Bradley Mungatopi. Kicks the ball up long, waiting for this to sit, and it does for Purintata Mary. But he just turns it straight over to the whiz Parnell. Parnell goes in short. Oh, that's a bad kick. Gathered there by the Bombers player in Wiley. He's kicked it, but there's nobody there. Kicked it into their forward 50. Oborn's got it, and they'll reload and come out again. Parnell goes short. And this Jellyman Turner, is it? Goes inside to Ling. Ling's got it. Bombers are peeling back here. Hodges has now got it. He's gone out wide. That's a nice kick there from Hodges. Gets it out to Gallagher. Handballs it on. Musgrove, it's clean bowls him. Picked up. Bennell's got it. Goes back to Adamson. He throws one on the boot and it goes high in the air, and it's marked there by the St Mary's player in Hardtum. And they'll reload again, Saints. Here they go. Gone out wide to Long. Well done, Long there. Good mark in front of Stan Tipalura. He chips it back. Very stagnated play here at the moment from both sides, really. So St Mary's there, just going back across. Oborne's got it. He'll chip the ball over there. Inside to Parnell again. Saints player providing a little bit of run in Jellyman Turner. He knocks that ball forward. It's picked up there by Hillier. He goes long as always, the plan. Grenfell, he doesn't mark it this time. It's very well worked by the Bombers there through Heenan and McCarthy to Dunn. But Dunn turns it over. It's a bad turnover. Hartung pressing up. Now Saints will press here. This kick will go into the forward 50. It's high. Let's see who's under it. Calder this time. Oh, Bugsy Heenan dropped his head and they weren't having a bar of it, the umpires. They called play on. It's gathered there by Cruz. It's a great handball inside to Michael Dunn. He goes short to Bennell. He follows back up again. I'm not sure if that's the right kick, but it might come off for them. Bit of a fumble in the centre of the ground. Well done by Munkara. Comes through there to Bennell. He handballs it out to Addison, who crashes in. Lant picks it up. He usually uses it pretty well. He goes into Calder. No exception this time, and Calder's marked one on the siren of half time, so the Bombers really didn't want this one to happen, so they'll be hoping that Calder misses. Dylan Lant doesn't miss too many opportunities to kick across the stripe. Usually a forward ends up with the ball. So we can see here Bennell trying to take the game on, which you want to see. Great pressure there from Ling. Lant picks it up and then he finds the champ. Jackson Calder comes in after the siren at quarter time. Has he kicked the goal? He's missed. He's let him off the hook, Calder. 4 goals, 5-29 St Mary's. Tiwi 2-1-13.
We're back here at in a few moments here at TIO Stadium after this short break.
To the left of your radio they go.
Wow, what a goal to start the game.
Beautiful. Goes for home and has nailed an absolute ripstorter. From the pocket, and he's kicked an absolute ripper.
Welcome back. You're watching the AFLNT's coverage of the 22-23 TIO NTFL season here from TIO Stadium in Darwin on Larrakia country. I'm Nick Danks. My commentary partner this afternoon is Damien Hale. Big first quarter.
Yeah, it certainly was, Nick. And competitive game. The Bombers just hanging in there a little bit, but there was a breeze to the right of screen, which they will enjoy this time. So hopefully they continue to crack in like they are, which has been good. Who were your better players, Nick,
in the first quarter? I think Turner played very, very well for St Mary's. Petey's the captain, outstanding, and Lant has played pretty well as well up there. And for Tiwi Bombers, Cruz, Heenan and Tibalura. And also think that Harley McCarthy, a couple of touches he had in that early in the first quarter was absolutely set up, and certainly set up their first goal from the back line. He got back and defended really, really well, so looking really good. Very warm out there today, of course. They went into the change rooms at quarter time, and hopefully we can come out running strong here in this second quarter. There was a few minutes there in the middle of the first quarter where I thought St Mary's might run away with this, but Tiwi held on and got it back to a respectable score. 16 points in it though as we start the second quarter.
Umpire Noonan throws this one up. Cruz overruns it. Chiswell knocks it down. Dion Munkara beautifully through the traffic and willing his forwards to move for him onto that left foot. Goes out the back. A little bit of a push there, and well done by Jacob Long, playing on his opponent nice and tightly there. The small forward for the Bombers. I'm just trying to pick up who that was. I think it might have been Dwayne Karanua. It was well done. The boundary line's your best friend when you're a back pocket against a Tiwi small forward. And the ball comes back into play. Oborn will do the ruck work against Tipalura, gathered by Lant, this time on his right foot. He's got plenty of it today. Jellyman Turner with energy. Always energetic player, Jellyman Turner. He gets it over to Salmon. Salmon puts a ball out in front of Big Chiswell, who's dispossessed, and the free kick is paid to Cruz. The Tiwi boys are quick to go. Burnell's got it now. Kicks the ball over to number 24 there in Purintatameri, Cecil. Got a left foot, nice big left foot kick on him. Goes in, they all fly. Stays down there, the Tiwi player. Oborn's now got it, was well smothered. Jellyman Turner goes off the side of the boot, but it goes well. Criswell's got it. Chiswell's got it. He feeds it back up to Paredes, the captain. Goes over. Munkara provides a contest with Salmon. Ball's knocked forward there by the Tiwi player as well, which was well done. Dispossessed that time. Purintatameri. Coming in late there was Thompson. Forces a bit of a scrubby kick. Tipalura gathers it well. Always seems to have a lot of time. Kicks the ball over to Thompson. Thompson wheels quickly over to Munkara. Dion's got it. Getting a few kicks early. They need this guy to fire. He's a classy player. Kicks back to Thompson. A little bit of loose checking there by the Saints boys. He flicks it on to Munkara. He goes sideways over to Tipalura. You can never knock off against the Bombers when you're playing in the back half. If you're 15 metres from the ball, you need to be alive.
They had a lot of guys loose both times they attacked there, and they just didn't pick them out the first time. That time they found their way through it for a shot on goal.
Stanley Tipalura, classy player, the 22 for the Bombers, comes in very deliberate. He's a nice kick of the football. It's on its way. It's going to the left, and well done by Oborn. It doesn't quite make the distance. Oborn plays on to Long. Over to Jellyman Turner. Nice handball over there to Hodges. He gathers it well, Hodges there, just a good young player. And it looks as though someone's kicking in danger, and Wraith Hodges will get the free kick here. Hodges in the back pocket for St Mary's. He plays on, no one on the mark. Kicks the ball out, and it's out on the full. Mitchie Musgrave claiming he's touched it, and umpire Mark Noonan will have none of that from Mitch.
Yeah, it would have to be 7'2" to touch that one.
And then what's happened here, the ball never came into play. I don't think from the kick, I doubt it even came into play, so they may take it off the Tiwi Bombers here.
Yep, they're saying it's gone round in circles and straight back out again, which I think it did. When I looked, I thought he was very, very close to the boundary, and it certainly was.
Dylan Lant to get the kick for St Mary's. just down there in front of their dugout. Is it in front of the Tiwi dugout, sorry? On the half-back flank. Lant looking to go backwards to long. Tipalura presses up on the mark. Saints will slowly build out of their back half now. It'll go over to Parnell. The Wiz has got it. He has a bounce. He has a second bounce. Willing Thompson to chase him. Thompson probably could have gone a little bit harder on the chase that time. Over to Paredes. Paredes chips the ball over well. Excellent to Hillier, the hard-working Hillier. Goes in towards Grenville on the lead. It's a good lead too. Marks that one in front of McCarthy that time. The big fella did well. Got on his bike, and good transition of play there by the Saints boys.
Absolutely. You can see where they won 5 in a row with football like that. That was lovely football.
Grenville out there in front of the near the Wanderers clubhouse area. Off hands, and it goes over for a boundary line throw, and it's hit in fact it's hit the post. Yeah, good transition. Lant opened it up to long, out to Parnell, and then on to Paredes, and then hitting up on that lead there. Good transition play. Boundary line throwing now. Calder tries to push his man. Munkara loses it. Mitch Musgrave throws it on the boot. Oh, Mitchy. He's an excitement machine, Mitch Musgrave. Every time he gets it, he's a chance. Misses on that occasion. St Mary's 4 goals, 6:30. Tiwi Bombers 2-1-13. 5 minutes gone, second quarter. Harley Bonnell's going to bring it back in. Harley's looking around. Want to try to find a short 45. No, he's going to go long. No, there it is. It's presented to him. Oh, it's gone through the hands there of Purantatta Mary. Very lucky that Joey Salmon didn't make him pay. Bonnell sort of looked as though he was going to kick long and disguised that one. Always looking for a short 45 out of there.
Yep. Kicked it fairly hard. It was going to be very difficult to mark, and he was always under trouble from the moment the ball came to him, and very lucky, as you said, for it to go out of bounds there.
Jeswell Cruz in front this time and knocks it out, and we'll do it all again. Gains 3 or 4 metres for the Bombers. All players are looking a little bit weary at the moment. A few hands on hips and a few guys walking. It'll be Cruz again with Chiswell. Boundary umpires give it a nice old hoik in. Well done. Excellent. Chiswell knocks it down to Lant. Bit of a combination there that Lant gets with. Doesn't matter who the ruckman is. Musgrave uses his body well against the experienced Michael Dunn. And Mitchy Musgrave's taken a mark. And he will line up. Mitchy Musgrave, he's been a good player the last couple of weeks. And here he goes, coming in. Mitch Musgrave from 35 metres out. Distance isn't a problem. The accuracy isn't a problem. And Mitch Musgrave has kicked a goal. Well done, Mitchy Musgrave. Great goal for St Mary's.
First multiple goal scorer of the day. Mitch Musgrave's now got 2. Paredes with 1. Lant with 1 for. And Grenfell with 1 for St Mary's. And Cunningham and Tabuluri for John Tabuluri has got 1 each for Tiwi.
Very good at clearances, as you can see there. Dylan Lant, the clearance machine. And gets that ball forward, and Mitch Musgrave did very well to protect the drop and where the ball was going to land. Held Michael Dunn out and was worked in nicely to take that chest mark. Went back like a good forward should and kicked the goal. So St Mary's now 36-13, 23-point lead. 7.5 minutes gone, second quarter. Chiswell up against Cruz again. Chiswell gets it down to Paredes, out to Lant. There's a good combination. Left foot from Lant. Nice and deep in the corner. No, he doesn't mark it. I've worked him into it. Musgrave's back there. Does well. Handballs it up. Excellent work there. Over to Lant again. Ball comes out. Tiwi's working. Oh, well done, Bugsy Heenan. Look at him go. He's wound the clock back 10 years there, Bugsy. He got out of third gear. Kicks the ball. The camera's sort of lost us there for a second. Dion Munkara throws it onto his right foot. Oh, luck's the fortune. It's picked up by Stan Tipalura. And he'll kick the goal there. Well done, Stan Tipalura. Excellent work from the Bombers. A good reply and quick transition. That's what they need to do.
Absolutely. That was messy there in the middle there for a minute, but they didn't stop hunting Tiwi, and they've got out of there, and it's come out of the middle, a couple of good kicks, and as you said, luck's a fortune for the one there that comes from behind, but they're back on and got themselves back into contention.
Yeah, great work Dion Munkara, just kept it going forward. Bugsy Heenan off the halfback flank. Haven't seen him do that for a few years, Nick, and it's a beautiful sight. Patrick Heenan, the captain, pins the ears back and goes for a bit of a gallop and a bounce and set him alight. And that ball going in, bouncing ball, chaos ball for the Bombers, and they're always dangerous. Chiswell back in the middle with Dave Cruz again in the ruck. Chiswell knocks it down to the advantage of Lant. Lant's just trying to pick that one up. He knocks the ball forward. Foot race here between Patrick Heenan and Nicholas Yarran. Patrick, he scooped that one out. He'd be lucky to get away with it, but he has. It was well done. Better effort there from the Bombers on that occasion. Thompson kicks the ball over in front of Cunningham, and that one goes out over the boundary line. Young Hodges playing on Cunningham, nice and tight. Yes,
they're not giving Saints any room at all out there at the moment, but so it's great football by the Bombers.
Certainly lifted in the intensity, the Bombers, and which they needed to do. This is their time, as we're here on the half-forward flank. Thrown back in again. Chiswell goes with Cruz. No one really wins it. Lant ends up picking it up and then kicks it out of the air. Adventurous. Once again, the ball knocked forward there by McLennan, I think, but it was gathered. Saints have got it going their way. Harley Bennell gets it out. That's a high ball. Oh, very well done.
Nice mark.
Oborn. That is a nice mark. And he handballs off to Jacob Long, who just cruises nonchalantly past onto the beautiful kick to Yarran. Yarran plays on quickly over to Bowden. Bowden chips into the champ. Calder's tackle from behind. Fantastic effort there. Oh, that's a great effort there by the Tiwi player in Aputimi. Excellent.
Absolutely
chase.
Saved a goal there.
Oh, he did. Now they're going to give it back to them. Oh, there's a comedy of errors across half-back. Now is it in the back? Michael Dunn's extracted it and played on. Everyone else stopped. Well done, Michael Dunn. Well done to Jacob Long. The ball comes out. He might have been tripped accidentally there. Play on. Hodges grabs it. Kicks it out in the direction of Jellyman Turner. The busy player he is. Gives it over nicely to Ling and then gets it back. He's looking around. Oh, great use of the ball over to Yarran, the speedster. Watch him, he'll play on. You've got to watch Yarran. Kicks it a lazy kick on his left foot, picked up by Lant. Lant gives it back to Yarran. Yarran goes over the top, and there he is on his own. Calder. And Jackson Calder, way too much room for the champ to be left standing there in the forward 50, Nick.
Yep, Jacob Long did a great job there in the back line. He had two Tiwi Bombers guys against him, held his ground and managed to get the ball out of there, and has got his side in now for a shot.
It was a dodgy old kick-off half back there by the Bombers. The switch, if you're going to switch it back into the corridor, you need to hit the target. Jackson Calder comes in, hangs it out there. Grenville will end up marking that. It went across goal, and the big fella's marked it. He's kicked one from here last week, which he had no problem with. He'll come out onto his right. Grenville comes out onto his right foot, and he put it straight over the goal umpire's head. And that's a goal to St Mary's. Well done. Thought his way through it, Grenville, so he gets his second. St Mary's moved now on to 7 goals, 6, 48, leading the Bombers 3-1, 19, and we've gone 12 minutes.
Game's a lot closer than it is on the scoreboard on the ground, but two Bombers are certainly putting in the effort on the ground. There's always packs of 2 or 3 hunting every time, but just when St Mary's get that break like they just did then, they just look a little bit classier and a lot more organised in attack than the Bombers are.
Just having a look at the matchups down there. You look at Hookers on Hillier. I'd probably prefer to see Hooker go to Calder because you really need to, and then that allows the Tiwi player to still run off, and obviously McCarthy's got the hard job on Grenfell. We're back in the middle of the ground anyway, and one down there by Chiswell, but well done by Harley Bennell. Harley Bennell feeds the ball out. It's a nice kick there forward for the Tiwi Bombers. It's going in their direction this time. Excellent stuff there on the half-forward line by Munkara. Gives the ball out, missed tackle there, but they've fed the ball out again. It's well done by Tipalura on his right foot. Kicks the ball in, but the umpire said it's gone over the boundary line. I'd say it's going to be a boundary throw-in. Good endeavour there by the Bombers. They
Yeah, it was
came
a
at
good
that
build-up.
one.
Yeah, great build-up. I thought they were in great position, but unfortunately the ball went over the line before he could break there. But it was a nice build-up to get themselves in that position.
All right, the ball's thrown in again.
Another good boundary throw.
Good tackle there by Ling, but Adamson did well. Munkara just working his way forward, didn't actually take possession of it. Oh, Will-o'-the-Wisp there from the Bombers player in Rioli, and puts it out in front. That's very well done to Wiley. Excellent play there by Rioli. Braden Rioli did very well.
Yeah, the forward pointed to where he wanted it, and that's exactly where he put it.
And I thought that Shannon Rioli might have been playing today, but his first time would have been against St Mary's, but I must have been a late withdrawal. In comes Wiley, needs this one for the Bombers. Very deliberate, kicks it well. He might have pushed it out to the right, and he has.
Yep.
It's a miss they didn't need. 20 now for the Bombers. 14 and a half minutes gone. 20 points place, 42, 22-point game. St Mary's in control at the moment. Bombers pressing. Long brings the ball back in. Salmon's got it. Well, he thought he had it, and he's fumbled it over the line. A little bit. You don't see that very often from Joey Salmon, dropping a relatively easy mark. It's been a good play the times that I've watched him this year. Joseph Salmon, former under-18 premiership player, and at St Mary's as well. He's a senior one now, and that ball's hooked back in. Oh, that's clever by Dion Munkara. It goes over the back. It'll be a touch through. Very clever player, Dion. Jacob Long's going to bring it back in. Son of the great Johnny Long. Played in 5 premierships in a row for St Mary's in the 80s. And Paredes has coughed it up. There it is. William Munkara has marked that one, and then he's kicked it to Jellyman Turner, who's played on, used his pace, got it out in the direction of that is Salmon, I think. He goes inboard, very good kick to Lant. Lant chips the ball over well. Excellent kick from Lant. That one goes over to Gallagher. Gallagher goes into the forward line. Off hands. Oh, it's dangerous playing to yourself there, son. Look out, you're sweating on by Big Calder, throwing himself in. Very ambitious there from Tiwi. Our own area, Mitchie Musgrave set upon. And he might be holding the ball. And it is. Peter Apatini.
Played themselves in and out of trouble there, they did, but they've managed to get away with it, but they certainly got themselves into real trouble.
The handball to yourself in the goal square. Might have had the heart rate of Coach Brenton Toy rise somewhat. Adamson goes across the ground now. Very risky. Both sides are kicking risky. Kicks out of their back half into possible turnover zone areas. Hooker goes to his left foot. Goes nice and long. Out in front of him there is Jellyman Turner. And it's a free kick. No, it's going back to Jellyman Turner. Umpire was pointing the wrong way there for a sec, but we've sorted it out. He's gone nice and long as well to Hillier, the hard-working Hillier. He kicks the ball in deep, and it's called. No, he doesn't catch it. Picked up by McCarthy, belts it out of the area. It's anyone's ball out on the wing there. Picked up by Dion Munkara, intercepted by Jellyman Turner. He's shopping around a little bit, chips it over the top. He finds the captain in Paredes. Paredes gets back off the mark quickly. He's called the play on now. Kicks the ball in high. And it's Calder. It's got the set. The champ's got it. Calder's got it. A big chest mark there over the top. Not probably the best delivery there, but if you give it a little bit of height, and you've got Jackson Calder down there, and Grenfell is certainly the way St Mary's like to bring the ball in, nice and long and strong, and then the little blokes get in underneath. But here we've got Calder, big Jackson Calder lining up. How many's he got, Nick?
This is Calder's lining up. This is his first.
And he comes right onto it, Nick. Good work. And
he's missed that as well.
Missed it.
He's had a couple of shots, but he hasn't got one yet. Only 2 multiple goal scorers in the game. That's Musgrave and Grenfell.
3-2-26. 3-2-20 plays 6-8-44. 18 and a half minutes gone. Hooker brings the ball back in. Nice long kick to the centre of the ground, but it's Parnell's pressed up. Harley Bennell can't believe it. And Parnell took the mark and he wheels, and once again, bang, he goes in deep. Calder's got the sit. Grenfield's there. Who's the front and centre players for St Mary's? Fawcett's there. Ball comes out. Well done there for the that was Austral. Kicks it over the top. Long working back there with Thompson. Thompson taps it to the advantage of Keranua. Oh, he's left it behind. Unfortunately, left it behind. Long's picked it up now. Gone into Jellyman Turner in that direction. He gathers it. Handballs over the top. Auburn's got it. Auburn nice and steady over to Yarran. Yarran now kicks into the hot spot area. You're Calder back there. Well done. Well gathered there by the Tiwi Bombers player in Bradley Mungatopi, but he's turned it over and it's gone back to St Mary's, and they've gone bang, and it's short. There's a Falcon thrown in and it's gone through for a point.
Yep, kicked himself into trouble. They took a bit more time. He had plenty more time than St Mary's guy. He could have taken a couple more steps and put that over to the goal umpire's head, but in the end cut off.
All right, they brought it back in short. Tipalura's come right up the ground to get a kick. He's in no rush to get the game going. He's holding it up there, looking around. He's looking for an option, and then Keranua goes straight into the middle of the ground. That's a beautiful kick to Dion Munkara. Handballs to the advantage of Bennell. Bennell and Parnell. And Bennell pulls the jumper, and that's what the umpires look for. And if that jumper comes out, you know that it's a holding the man. Well done, the Wiz. Doesn't lose too many one-on-ones. Parnell kicks over the top. Finds Hillier. Rarely has anyone on him. Goes further afield to Fawcett. Kicks it in deep. Calder's hands are chopped by Hooker. He chips over the top to Paredes. And Heenan arrives late on the scene, but Paredes takes the mark.
And it was sitting down in the goal square there for about 2 or 3 minutes. He didn't want to get up at all, and the trainer ran up to him and he got up, but he was just a bit late to get to that ball. But he did look at a bit of trouble there for a minute.
We've gone into time on. Very hot conditions out here today. Nate Paredes comes in to have a shot on goal, and he's missed. So there's a real comedy of errors at the moment up in the forward line for St Mary's. Not finishing off the good work that's being created by their back six. St Mary's 45 play the Bombers 20, 21 and a half minutes gone. Second quarter, round 10, Marara. Bombers bringing it out of their back half now. Michael Dunn. Running Michael Dunn. Oh, great pressure there by Nick Yarran. He forced the turnover. Auburn's got it. He's done well. He's the big fella. He's put it up high for Grenfell. It's a good spoil there by the Bombers player. They've got it out, sort of out of the area. It's well done there. Picked up by Lant. Feeds the ball back again. Excellent stuff there by Saints. They clear the ball out. Goes out there to Bowden, and he's had a shot on goal and missed.
The Bombers are still in this with 26 points. But you think St Mary's should have put it away by now? I mean, they've missed a couple of certain goals, and it's just been it's certainly been in their end a fair bit. The 26 points is probably about right.
Yeah, both sides looking very fatigued at the moment. We've played 22 minutes. Bennell has got it in the back pocket. They'd probably be happy if to get to half time at the score that it currently is. He goes short to Hooker. Hooker plays on. It's been this kick where they've struggled coming out of their back half. Goes nice and long. He's got the run of it there too in Munkara. He's done well. William Munkara wheels onto his right foot, and unfortunately the siren beats them. So the Bombers trailing St Mary's by 26 points. Saints 6 goals 10-46, leading the Bombers 2 goals 3-20 at half time, Nick.
Yep, 2 goal scorers so far for Tiwi. Cunningham, Tipperary and Tipperary, both the boys. And for St Mary's, Paredes has got 1, Lant has got 1, and a couple of goals for Musgrave and Grenfell. But St Mary's pretty good for this 26-point lead and look pretty strong. A kick a bit straighter in this game would be certainly in a lot more dangerous position for the Bombers. But I think they'll come out strong in the third quarter, and we'll see how it goes from there. We'll be back very shortly here at TIO Stadium.
Turnover. Tommy Clark hits it with pace. Serves it up. Oh, was it Bruce? Sorry. Bruce giving it over to Mitch Robinson. Robinson snap.
Sausage roll!
It's the Kodak snap of the day. Comes in.
Kicked 2 goals too.
Oh, nice strike at the football. Can he work it back? Oh,
there it is.
He's worked it back all right. It's a Buff Ewing special. Just stayed there by the Saints player in Stenning.
Oh, Verodos.
Picked up Verodos on the right foot. Snaps a shot on goal. It's a goal.
Get around him.
So he's looking to snap on that left foot. Steps out and around.
He loves the celebration.
Through it. Oh, get around him. Joey Collinson kicks a ripper from the pocket for the Buffs. He's end of the ground. Grenfold's trying to mark that. Well done. Picked up there by the Saints player in Hartung. It comes out. Little snap
Cookie.
goal. Well done, Cook.
The Cookie Monster gets one there. Beautiful snap through.
Ground Cook with beautiful quick hands there.
Boils out.
To Hillier. Boils out. The big guy from Adelaide goes for goal. And that's a great finish. Oh, that's a great finish.
Great goal.
Well done, Boyle. Kicks a goal for St Mary's. Has the run of it. Feeds it out. Salmon will get the handball from Lant. Joey Salmon on his left foot. He kicks an inside right foot and he kicks a goal. Great goal, Joey Salmon. It's long towards the contest. Saints player there in Hartung does very well. He gathers that ball, gives it over to Mitchy Musgrave. Mitchy, yes, beautiful shot on goal there, makes him pay. Chance to get it, he knocks it to his advantage and then gathers. Well done, Dylan Lant. Grenfell again. Oh, he's a nightmare. No, he's played on quickly and he's kicked the goal.
Fifth.
He's kicked 5, the big fella. Oh, it's chopped off beautifully there by the Saints player in Smithman. Well done to Coco Nicky. And old Choco, he's got one for him against the grain. Coco Nicky jails one. Here he goes. Cooper.
I'm at Watkins here, a bit short.
Bit short. He needed to probably take a few extra
good goal.
steps.
I'm at Watkins from the boundary.
Watkins, get around him. That's what the Buffaloes needed. Here they come, the Buffaloes, the double blues. Forward there. Trapped well by Pendlebury. He gives it out to the advantage of Coco Nicky, who's been their best forward
Super
by
Cooper.
far. Over to Cooper. Can Cooper finish off for the Buffaloes? Cooper's jailed it. Well done, Cooper. Goes about it. He goes long this time.
Big
the sausage. Go for goal, son. In your 200th. And he just does the team thing, the sauce. Nightmares about this bloke tonight. He steps out. He hoiks it across his body. That's another goal. The big fella from St Mary's has kicked his 7th.
Palmerston Magpies share it around, picked up Guthrie. Guthrie kicks on goal in the square. Little nudge out, just the nicest little nudge out. And Brodie Lake, his direct opponent, my information was correct. He nudged Lake out, and Eddie Betts has the mark. Lake on the goal line, no problem whatsoever. So inside about a minute and 15 seconds, Eddie Betts and Palmerston on the board.
Distance forward line, Ian, there's a big emphasis on Eddie Betts, and here he comes.
Betts comes into the picture. Matthew Dennis one way, then the other. Betts slips through. Brodie Lake, your man. Betts has got 2. Palmerston have got 2. 7 minutes in. No, it's not. In front. That time it's Mazzini for Southern Districts. Won the tap. Picked up. Kick on goal. And it's a goal. Inch. Running around, is that Fijo? Fijo spins the ball forward, looks for a teammate, drops the mark, had plenty of time and then puts Districts in front. That's Taj Stanley. Goal, the left footer, across the face, but a big mark taken. Now we might have it. Sam Dunstan.
He is going to go around the corner.
He is a right footer. He's just stuck in the left forward pocket. Suits the right footer. Gets the hurry up from the field umpire, and Dunstan kicks and kicks truly. They've gone on. Josiah Farah gets back to Farah on the left foot. Kicks to the top of the square. Over the back. Big mark. Betts.
Amazing mark. Right on the boundary line too. But he...
Not a note, but he hits the ground. Curls it around the corner and gets number 4, I reckon.
Yes, an Eddie Betts special we've just seen there, Ian.
Unaffected. Ball in dispute. Maggie's at the ground level. Ball over the back. Who's got the pace? Michael Bowden. You're right, got Betts. Betts has got it. Betts on the non-preferred left. Betts has got 5. Doesn't matter who they put on him. Listen, the big man. Beaten to it by Mazzia. Picked up that time and a goal.
Yeah, make sure that's not touched. No, it's not. So that is the sealer.
Running away. He's run 100 metres. Kicks on goal. Dunstan. And there's Smith. Kicks a goal. Luke Smith it was.
Another chance to go inside forward 50, a pretty open forward line. Thomas Motlop and Stephen Motlop down there working. Stephen Motlop just picks it up, wheels around, hooks back towards goal. It looks pretty good. I think it is good. It's gone straight through the middle, so a fantastic finish out there by Stephen Motlop. She's left a screen here, and Marlon Motlop gets the hand pass out the back through the hands. It's worked to O'Connell. O'Connell swings the ball around. That's a pretty good shot on goal, I think. Umpire Jenny Rowe likes it, and it's through for a goal for Wanderers. And Devils punch forward, and Nightcliff looking to work it out. Hartlett got caught with the ball. It spills out here to Tyson White, who has the shot on goal, and he's kicked truly for Wanderers' 5th goal. So with the free kick just outside forward 50 on the outer side of the ground, he kicks the ball inside the corridor, inside forward 50, getting his hands on the ball and dribbling towards goal. It's going to go all the way. I think it's close. I think it's gone all the way through, and that was Jack Burke for Wanderers. So hand pass back to Nyhouse, and he chips him forward to Philo. Philo drills it inside forward 50, and that's a better forward entry, and just goal on the board. He'll be kicking from just inside 50. It's high, looks pretty straight. If it's got the distance, it has got the distance, and that's Nightcliffe's first goal for the game. And Wanderers tidy up and clear away. It was Wheatra called his teammate out there and then spilt the mark, and here's a flying shot for goal. I think it's gone all the way through. It is. And we've got a stoppage here, and Marlon Motlop doing the rock work, taps it out to Thomas. Thomas with the snapshot at goal, looks good. And the veteran, I'm sure he won't mind me calling him a veteran, gets on the end of that, and he's been pretty good for Wanderers tonight. Looks like he'll take the shot at goal from out there in the right forward pocket. Kicks on its way. It looks pretty good. I think it is good. That he's just snuck that one inside the left-hand goal post. It's a quality finish. Paid again for holding here. It's Jackson who'll take that free kick. He wastes no time getting it long inside forward 50. Thumped away from behind. Hartlett at the front. Tries to get past an opponent. Gets the hand pass across, and he finds his teammate Sean Wilson down there, who makes no mistake on the left foot from the top of the goal square.
Welcome back. You're watching the AFLNT's coverage of the 2022-23 TIO NTFL season from TIO Stadium here in Darwin on Larrakia country. My name is Nick Danks and my commentary partner this afternoon, Damien Hale. Damien, big first half for the St Mary's.
Yeah, it was, Nick. Yeah, I think the Bombers have been competitive. It's just been difficult. You know, St Mary's make it really difficult for you to score against them, and their back six over a long period of time has always been where they've rebounded a lot of their running play and a lot of their attack comes from. So it has been difficult for the Bombers, but they're hanging in there, 26 points down at half time. Saints are a little bit wasteful going forward, so that will be a concern for them, but certainly well in control of this game at the moment.
Tiwi have hunted in packs all day. They've been 2 or 3 at every tackle getting in there, but on a day like today, very, very warm, 35 degrees out there, a bit of a breeze going towards the airport end. It's going to be tough to keep that up for a whole game.
Yeah, it will be, and you know, Tiwi will want to really work hard in this third quarter so this doesn't blow out too far for them. And you know, it's not beyond them to you know, to make more of a contest of it. Their best is good enough, but it's about trying to have that repeat and that consistency. So anyway, it's all before them, and let's see how they go.
And of course, some news of the NTFL rep side. We've got South Fremantle going to come here and play the men's team on the 21st of January, and the women's going to take on the reigning premiers Claremont Tigers on the Sunday the 22nd. Big news, the rep footy's back into the top end.
Yeah, it's great, the rep footy, and well done to the people that have been appointed to the positions. I see Mark Motlop and is the chairman of selectors for the men's, and Gray Morris for the women. And here we go, we're underway. Chiswell up against Cruz. Well, probably Cruz got that one down to Munkara on the left foot. Dion gets it going forward. That's well done by Thompson, gathered it beautifully. He's kept it in front. Excellent play there by Thompson, but it wasn't able to gather it. And there's a free kick coming out there. So to St Mary's. Comes over the top. Oben's got it. He goes over to Long. Long kicks it towards Paredes. Paredes marks that one in front of Cunningham. He wheels and plays on. Jacob Long's given him a little bit of run. How's he used that one? It's gone wide and it's gone out on the full. Not the best kick there. Very easy, they're bringing it out of their back half though at the moment, the Saints. Goes inside to Hooker. Hooker's got it. He'll go to his left foot. Oh, he does well to get around Long on the mark. Then he goes nicely kicked into the forward line there. The Bombers player slipped at the crucial moment. Paredes has got it now. Kicks it across. Doesn't find the target in the first instance, but Gallagher gets it. Goes to Musgrove. Gets it back and goes in long. Calder on the lead. Calder on the lead out in front of Tiwi. And Calder's going to line up. He's been a little bit wayward today with his goal kicking, Jackson Calder, so he'll want to start to put a few through. The champ, Cheney medalist, here he comes in to have a deliberate shot on goal. He'll kick from just inside 50. He wheels around, gives it plenty of air, and it's knocked over the boundary line there for a throw-in. St Mary's leading 6-10-46. The Bombers 3-2-20. We're gone 2 minutes into the third quarter.
Calder's had a couple of opportunities today. He hasn't got his goal-kicking boots on at the moment, but he does look promising when the ball's going forward.
And works it back in, straight into the hot spot. Cruz does well, gets to front, and then he roves his own footy, and he has a bit of a run. Well done, Dave Cruz. Excellent stuff out to Dion Munkara. Dion Munkara goes inboard. That's a very nice kick too to Addison. Addison's going to play on. Oh, it's not a great handball to Thompson. Put him under all sorts of pressure there. Addison follows up. He's trying to clean up the mistake. Does well there. McLennan's in there. Chiswell knocks it forward. Burnell with a bit of poise and class goes out to Thompson, and on the up. That one's fumbled over the sideline.
Cruz went for a big run down the wing there. He was ready for that ball to come over until that handball just didn't go there. He's having a chat to him as he's going past, letting him know he'd just done that run. But it's great running by Cruz. Unfortunately, the ball didn't come to him, but he's back here now into the ruck.
Cruz and Chiswell go at it again. Knocked down. McLennan gathers it.
Ooh.
Pops one high from Paredes. Oh, it should have been a free kick there, umpire. And there, that one's the footy gods have looked after the Bombers there. Probably should have been a free kick to McLennan.
Yep.
And Munkara's got it. Great tackle there by Munkara. Chips it over the top to Dion. Dion Munkara is getting plenty of it. He's trying to work to that left foot. Does it well, but off a step. Jellyman Turner's there. Handballs it out. Well done there by Boyle. Through the pack. Or Stenning, sorry. Goes in long. Grenville doesn't get any shorter as the day goes on.
That's right. The big guys stay there all day, and that's exactly what happened there.
Just give it a little bit of air. He's marked that one in front of McCarthy. Tough job for McCarthy on Grenville. He's kicked the two, I think, Nick, at this stage.
Yes, he has at the moment.
Comes in, he'll kick from about 40 metres. 7 last week. And that one's on the way, and he's worked it in beautifully. Well done, big fella. He's kicked the goal. And that's St Mary's 8th. Or 7th, is it? 7th goal.
Yep.
7-10-52, leading the Bombers 20. 32 points. As you can see in the replay here, Paredes doesn't muck around. They just get it in nice and long and strong. And it puts all sorts of pressure on the Bombers defenders.
So they're throwing Paredes in the middle in this third quarter. He's been playing a little bit up front in the pocket there for a while there, but he's now back in the back line and into the middle of the ground, and certainly making an impact a couple of times already early in this quarter.
Yeah, they've got Stenning, Lant and Paredes in at the centre bounce. Certainly a big ruck advantage in the height of Chiswell, though Cruz has battled away pretty well. Stays down this time, Cruz, just mixing it up a little bit. Ball's gone forward by Stenning, but Lance got it, gathers it well. And holding the ball there against number 42 for Saints, in Xavier Villagio. All right. A little bit of a lull in proceedings here. Ostrel goes out wide to Cruz, who's been a hard-working player today, playing as the undersized ruck. He's going to chip it backwards again. Picked up there by Hooker. St Mary's will set up well behind the ball. That's a nice kick though. Found Dion Munkara onto the trusty left foot. Munkara, that's a beautiful. They've opened him up here. Dunn's got it. They've got to go though. They've got to wheel and go. He does. And that's a nice kick. Oh, Addison probably had to go for that one. Well done by Cunningham. He's kept it in. Addison's got it. He's gone for a snap. It's in the way. Tipalura's got it. Must have been touched. If Tipalura's hooked it back across his body.
And missed it.
And he's missed. Oh, unlucky there for the Bombers. Good build up when they go quick, the Bombers. They look very dangerous. Jellyman Turner will bring this one in. Doesn't waste any time. He's coming out the scoreboard side, has a bounce. Feeds the ball up there to O'Connor Dawkins. Kicks down, well done. It's a well-weighted kick. Mitchie Musgrove's got it. Musgrove's been a good player today again. Kicked a couple. Working himself nicely into the game over to Hillier. Hillier switches the play now. Goes out in the area of Bowden. He drops it, but he recovers well. Over to Lant. Lant chips the ball in, short. Paredes has got it now. Paredes looks long, going for the tall timber, and Grenfell on the lead. He's picked it up. He's hooked it back, the big fella. Does he like it? The umpire gives us nothing. Yeah. Yes, it's a goal. Oh, it's a great goal by Grenfell. The big fella's just gathered it beautifully, hoiked it back over his shoulder, and I was excited, and it's gone through for a goal. Great stuff there by the big fella, Nick.
Yeah, the goal up by Andrea Rader gave us nothing there to give us a hint. Just wasn't sure. I thought, oh, I'm not sure, but
it needed a sense of occasion. Well done. She got there in the end.
Absolutely. Very confident. Great goal. Great decision, but it just the way she ran across the goal, I thought, no, that's gone right behind the post.
Yeah. Anyway, we're back in the middle of the ground. St Mary's have pinched a little break here, 38 points up. Chiswell up against Cruz in the ruck. Oh, it's a beautiful bounce by the umpire. Comes down, well done there by Wiley. He's working hard. Chiswell throws him down, and Lance grabbed it out of the middle and gone long in the vicinity of the big man, and it's Calder. It's either Calder or it's Glenfell down there. Grenfell.
Yeah, the two big men are down there are just causing chaos to Tiwi. Every time the ball comes in, they're just too big. And on a day like today, it's just going to, you think it could get worse, a lot worse for the Bombers here.
They need to dig in, the Bombers, at the moment. Saints are on a roll, getting the ball out in the middle and kicking it nice and long into the Twin Towers. Calder, he'll kick from 35 metres. Oh, the champ. He couldn't get a kick in a street fight at the moment.
Yeah, as I said, he's got the wrong boots on today because that's about his fourth or fifth opportunity he's had, and it doesn't get much easier than that one, you wouldn't think, for a goal kicker.
Apamini being busy, coming out of the back half. Kicks the ball long down towards the wing. McLennan does well. He's kept it in front. Well done, McLennan. Excellent stuff. Goes to Bennell, and Bennell just is pushed out by the Saints player in O'Connor Dawkins, and he's been given a free kick. Might have been a little high on the push. He asked the umpire for a free kick, and he got one. You don't see that too often. Tipalura being very quiet today. Johnny usually gets a little bit more of it. He does well. He goes over to Dion Munkara. It's over to Tipalura. He used his body well. Oh, Stanley just overruns it. Oborn picks it up. Hodges, poised, chips it over to Long. Long just looks like he's having a Sunday afternoon stroll as he comes out of half-back. Jellyman Turner is busy. Kicks the ball, well done. That's a nice kick. Xavier Villagio's got it. Handballs it back. Now he goes again. He goes to Bowden and then back to him and then over to Lant. Lant's now got it. Lant on the left foot, goes into the forward 50. Grenfell drops one. Hillier picks it up, feeds it back to the big fella, and Grenfell, he snaps. One for the Brave. It's up there. It's off hands, picked up by Joey.
Good smother.
Oh, Joey Salmon. No goal there. Hits the post. Good work there by Saints out of their back half. Hooker's gone back. 40-point lead here for St Mary's. 10 minutes into the third quarter. Away goes Hooker. Oh, that's a beautiful leg.
Absolutely.
That's an excellent kick from Hooker out to McCarthy's running. A little bit of freedom from him. That's a beautiful mark. It drops it at the crucial moment. Cunningham, he had to sit on open there. Didn't mark it. Jellyman Turner again. He's had plenty of it today. It's good work there by the Saints players. They're just running this ball out. Jellyman Turner again. Goes inboard. In the vicinity of Calder. He doesn't mark it that time. Cruz is there. Calder does his own. But he gives it out beautifully. And the Saints players missed.
Yeah, that Jellyman Turner's been in everything today. I wouldn't hesitate to count how many times he's touched the ball. Certainly this third quarter's had a good one. Had a great second quarter as well. And they're looking really good, St Mary's.
Give them plenty of run off half back. Hooker will bring the ball back again. 61 plays 20, 41 point lead to the Saints. Remember, it was a 156 point margin last time these two sides met in round 2. Ball goes out towards Bennell, and some good pressure there by St Mary's. See the ball out.
Yeah, that was after an upset loss in round 1 by St Mary's. A shocker at Gardens Oval to start the season, so they were always going to come out tough in that week too, and Tiwi just happened to be in the road of it.
Cruz and Chiswell in it again. Both of them go under it. Cruz does well. He roves it and throws it on the boot. Cut off by Parnell. Looks back into the corridor. Finds Hodges. Good young talent Hodges. Looks on it, looking around. Decides to go long. Comes off the side of the boot a little bit. And ends up falling into the hands of Jellyman Turner.
Yep.
He's got it again, pushing hard forward. It's called to play on. Very well done. Goes to Lant. Lant goes quickly. Puts it in the Grenfell direction. He marks it.
Nice football.
Very good football there. A little bit lucky. Comes off the side of the boot there by Hodges and marked. But good players are playing in front. Jellyman Turner's there in front. Gets it over to Lant, and Lant doesn't miss too many targets across the stripe, Nick.
Kicking for his 5th here.
Has he got 4?
He's got 4 now. Yeah, this is his 5th. He's
that must. Yeah. Here he goes again. 7 last week. In he comes. Has he gone all right this time too? No, he's missed it. Another point for St Mary's. 42 point leaders. Hooker will bring it in again. Nearly 14 minutes gone. 8-14-62. Plays 3-2-20. 42 point lead for Saints. Hooker goes out to the scoreboard side this time. It's a nice leg. It's out there. Grenfeld's done well. Excellent work by McCarthy. Gives the ball back inside to Bennell. He's tackled by Paredes. It's a good tackle too, and corralled. He is also well corralled there by I think that player was Stenning. Here we go. We've got Paredes like something he sees. He goes short and turns it over to Hooker. Calder's not too impressed with the kick. Comes out for Dion Munkara. Has a little bit of a run. Well done there. Good kick out in front of Munkara. William. The William variety. There he goes. They have a chance if they move it quickly. Dunn's worked Parnell under it nicely and then gone off the ground. And there's going to be a free kick here. There's a lot of whistle blowing and going on. No one knows really what's happening out there. Long's bringing the ball forward. Must have been something behind the play. Long chips the ball over nicely. And play on from a mark. So Paredes will have to go back and have a kick. Paredes chips it over. Hillier. Oh,
nice tackle.
Took an age to get rid of it. It was a nice tackle, but it sprung out. That's a nice kick by Saints. It's knocked away well there. Salmon's got the run of it. Joey Salmon with all his speed and pace gets the ball back into Calder. He's tackled well. Yaron's in there. Yaron does well. He keeps it in front. He hooks it back around. McCarthy, excellent work on Grenville that time. He gets it out of the area. Tipalura's there. Nice mark by Puruntatameri. Excellent stuff there. Puruntatameri gets it. He goes towards the middle of the ground again. Well done there by, I think that was Ling going back with the flight. Did very well. Tiwi fighting for the ball hard. Keeping it in front. Jacob Long gets it. They go at him hard, but he shows poise. Gets the ball back well to O'Connor Dawkins. To Parnell. He handballs. Paredes clever.
Well done.
Gets it on to Hillier. Hillier goes for home. He's gone nice and long, but he's missed as well.
Paredes hadn't tapped that on. He was definitely a target. You could see the St Mary's guy coming out, the Bombers guy coming at him, and he just knocked it on very quickly, and that stopped that.
Oh, great work there by Paredes. Good vision and good awareness, and we'll do it all again out of the back half of the Bombers. Oh dear, that's probably not the way they wanted to do it, but it was well cleaned up by Tipalura. The ball goes over to Cruz, has got it now on the half-back line. Chips inboard, that's a dangerous kick. It's well done by Lant. Grenfeld's tackled quickly by Heenan and drops it. Umpire calls play on. Hillier, it's come through. There's a bit of a spear tackle there, a bit of a dangerous tackle. I reckon the umpire saw it. And it'll come back. I'd say the St Mary's player will have a free kick here.
Yeah, he'd already blown the whistle before that ball got kicked forward, so he couldn't call the play on, but it did hit the St Mary's guy in the goal square. But you're right, it was a dangerous tackle.
Yeah, I think it might have been Cruz. Might have picked him up. I'm just not quite sure about that at the moment.
Cruz hasn't been happy for a while out there. For about the last 10 minutes, he had a big run down here on the wing, and since then he's had an argument about a few things and had his arms in the air a few times. So he's...
While that's all going on, Gallagher's grabbed the footy and kicked it to Paredes, the captain, and he'll kick from about 35 metres out, dead in front, and in he comes, and he's missed. I reckon there might be some goal kicking practice at St Mary's this week.
Yep, you would hope there was at Southern Districts last week as well, but 15 points, and to be honest, this game could be... I think it's pretty much close, but it would have been all over the kick straight. They could have had... at least 13 or 14 goals on the board at the moment, but at the moment they are 44 points in front of the Bombers.
Dion Moncara brings this ball in. It's picked up well there. Jellyman Turner with a snap on goal, and it's a point. So a little bit dusty at the moment. It's this game's just lost a bit of momentum, and the Bombers will bring the ball back in again in the vicinity of Grenfell, and he's taken the mark. Cruz has upended him, and umpire Noonan's not going to reward any 50 metres there, so Grenfell's got his kick. He kicks it towards Calder, is it, or Hillier? Well done. They went through strongly, and Heenan did that on that occasion. Tipalura, but he's coughed it straight up over the top to forced it. He's gone in, he doesn't hold on to it, and that's kicked off the ground. Nicky Yaron's kicked it off the ground, and that's a goal. That's a goal to St Mary's. Calder provided the contest. Nick Yaron front and centre, and Soccer's won. Would have been proud of that one in the World Cup.
Yep, and some kids running in the car park with a football now. That went straight over the fence.
This ball came in there. Hillier did well. Heenan went through strongly. Tipalura and just coughed it straight up over there to force it. And in it came to Calder and roved well by Nicky Yaron. 71 plays 20. 20 minutes gone in the third quarter. 51-point margin. Bombers need to just hold here. Big Grenfeld's gone into the ruck just to have a little bit of a run against Cruz, so there's no rest for Dave Cruz today. Got some big bodies, St Mary's. Chiswell might have gone forward, or he's come off. Here they go. He's bumped out of it. Grenfeld's good. Got Lant, well done. Good tackle by Musgrave. Adamson's pulled off the football. Fawcett does well. He keeps it going. Musgrave's done well. He's kicked it inside out. Hasn't fully worked for him, and the Tiwi Bombers will run it out through Austral. And a bit of a high tackle there. Umpires awarded it. So that's against Bowden. Over to Heenan. Heenan now kicks it into the forward 50. Goes over the back. Tipalura, been a little bit quiet today. Kicks it to the advantage of Dunn. It's off the ground now. Moncara, that's a Falcon. That's a great save.
Good goalkeeping.
The boys have been watching a fair bit of the World Cup, I think. And there was a wonderful bit of goal kicking there, and it's the Falcon of the day. Umpire Noonan's just checking on him.
Yeah, he's coming off. He did smack that one. He did.
It's obviously opened him up. It's a blood rule. So off he comes. So he got him straight on the snozzer. Just having a look at him as he comes through the interchange. And well done to the Saints player on that occasion. I think it might have been Bowden or O'Connor Dawkins, one of those guys. Grenfell gets it and kicks it out of bounds on the full. Dion Munkara's over there doing a little bit of boundary umpiring and umpiring at the same time. You can trust me. He's saying to umpire Noonan, I know exactly what's going on. Dion Munkara, he's on his left foot here. Have a shot, son. He's looking to hand it off. Here he goes. He's got the class to do this. He works it back out, and Dion Munkara won't have the legs. Oban goes up. Excellent effort there. Just throws the ball on the boot. Cunningham, very clever. And that is a goal. Great work there by Dale Cunningham. Very clever footballer. Got that from his hands to his feet very quickly and kicks a goal for the Bombers. And they needed that one. 4-2-26. Now trail St Mary's 71. And we've gone 22 minutes.
Yeah, we're not far away now from three-quarter time, and they did need that one, the Bombers. That's their first one of the quarter, and St Mary's, they look pretty comfortable, but a good bit of roving there and a good snap.
Well done. Excellent work there by Cunningham. St Mary's have a good lead in this game, but the Tiwi Bombers will continue to persevere, and they're 22 and a half minutes gone. Got Cruz and Grenfell again. Tipalura's there. Grenfell doing his work. Oh, Molly Cruz has just gone in very strongly on Grenfell. And bit of a knock there to him. And it'll be a ball up. Oh, look out.
Oops. Cruz has been throwing his weight around this quarter.
And Grenfell knocks the ball forward. Oh, the Saints player got it and kicked it the wrong way. 20. Jack Gallagher, a little bit of confusion there. Nice and hard at the football there was Cunningham. The ball comes out. Jellyman Turner's got it. Goes back into Stenning, into the direction of Stenning. They've coughed it up here. And the Tiwi Bombers through, I think that was Munkara, goes into the forward 50. Let's see what Cunningham can do, Dale. He's dispossessed of it. Comes back out now, and St Mary's will get a relieving kick. That's a good mark there too. Well done by the Saints player in Forsett. Forsett goes over the top to Stenning, who goes into Hillier. Hillier wheels and goes, lowers his eyes into centre half forward. It's a big fella who's drifted down there in Chiswell. Purantatameri, Chiswell, picked up by Yaron over the Hillier. He gets it back. He does very well. Good handball over the top to Bowden. Now Bowden goes into the forward 50. That's a beautiful kick by young Bowden. Well done, Ethan Bowden. Hits up Calder on the lead. Very good kick by the young player. That's how your forwards want it. And Calder,
again,
yeah, beautifully done. Lays it off to Lant in the forward pocket. But well done there by young Ethan Bowden. Got free. Used the ball well to his tall forward, and then Lant was able to push into a bit of space and take the ball off Calder. 24 and a half minutes gone, third quarter. Lant just goes out onto the left foot and hooks it back on the siren. Great goal, Dylan Lant. Good play from the St Mary's Footy Club. St Mary's 10-17-77, leading the Tiwi Bombers 4-2-26.
Yep, Calder knew it was just out of his distance the way he's kicking today, so he did wave Lant into that, and Lant's just picked it up as we see here on the replay. He's taken that mark, and if you watch him now, he knows he's just out of his distance at this today, the way he's been kicking, and he just called in Lant, which we did miss, and away we've gone. So as you said, 4 goals to 26, the Tiwi Bombers, to St Mary's 10 goals 17, 77. We'll be back very shortly here to TIO Stadium.
Goes for home and has nailed an absolute rip sorter. From the pocket, and he's kicked it
Welcome back to TIO Stadium here in Darwin and Larrakia Country. My name's Nick Danks. With me this afternoon, Damien Hale. Big third quarter there for St Mary's and pretty much wrapped this game up. Bit of a score change. St Mary's on 76 and Tiwi Bombers on 28. So a 48-point lead, and you think that St Mary's look pretty good here, Damien.
Yeah, well, Tiwi just have to hang in there, Nick, I suppose, and try not to get blown totally away. They've got a bit of a breeze, favouring to the right of screen, so they'll just keep persevering. They've had a few players that have did quite well today, and they want to build on this game, and so they'd expect a big last quarter. Brendan Toy was quite animated. I watched him at the huddle, and always coaching Brenton, always teaching. Not a ranter or a raver. He'll be certainly pointed in what he's the instructions that he's giving the players. Saints will probably be looking for a little bit more accuracy in front of goal, would probably be the message from coach Anthony Villaggio.
Absolutely.
Anyway, here we go. We're underway. Chiswell up against Cruz. Well done. Chiswell wins that one down to Paredes. Paredes throws it on the right foot. Contest there. Heenan comes through strongly, doesn't take it with him. Musgrove's there, got ridden into the back, Musgrove, and possibly got a free kick. And he did. There he is. He chips it over the top, and it's marked there by Hillier. Well done, Mitch Musgrove. Put himself in, and he's now got it over to Hillier, who's been a good player the last couple of weeks, this lad. Playing on a sort of high half-forward role, Luke Hillier. Let's see if his goal kicking's any good, Nick. Comes in, Hillier comes in. Kicks it, kicks truly. It's a good kick there by Hillier. Well done, straight over the umpire's head. First goal of the last quarter to St Mary's, 11-16-82, leading the Bombers 4-4-28. We're just on a minute in.
That's Luke Hillier's first goal of the day. There is 6 goal scorers for St Mary's. The big leading thing is Brandon Grenfield's got 4 and Musgrove's got 2. Atlant's got 2. But that was Hillier's first one of the day, his first real opportunity as well. And some good start for St Mary's and not what Tiwi wanted.
I will come back to the middle. Umpire Noonan walking towards the centre circle. Get us underway again. David Cruz in the ruck against Chiswell. Chiswell's been very good. He goes again, taps it down nicely to Lant. He's tackled quickly in the middle of the ground by Addison, but the ball goes forward. Well trapped there by the Bombers player. Gives it over to Heenan, who's tackled. A little bit lucky there, but he got away with it. Gets the free kick. Nice kick over the top there from Heenan. Goes in hot. It's fumbled by Cunningham, picked up by Hodges. He throws it on the boot. Going back with the flight, there's Munkara. Saints coming through hard in Stenning. It was Ling. Caught with a football. Addison's got it. Kicks on the right foot. Good spoil there by Long. Follows up hard. Shepherded out of it by Munkara. Well done there by Villaggio. Picks it up. Gives it over to Long. His kick's not great for the big fella in Chiswell. He's set upon by the Tiwi players. The big guy's back after the football. You want to see that from your big fella. Well done. The ball goes forward now. Yaron's got a chance. He's ridden into the ground a little bit as well, but Hillier's opened it up out in front of Paredes. Paredes got a paddock. He could run in and kick the goal here. The skipper, he has a bounce. He has a second bounce. He steadies down. He has a third bounce. He handballs it over the top. And it's finished off there by Calder, I think it was. Yep. Jackson Calder gets one. And the skipper said, Jacko, even you can't miss it from here.
No, he's gave him that one. He's had a tough day in front of goals, Jackson Calder has, but now he's got one on the board, and we'll see where he goes from there.
There it is there. He had an absolute paddock. Paredes thinks his way through it. Gets nice and close. Bang. Gives it over to Calder, and he knocks one through for Saints. St Mary's 88, Tiwi Bombers 28. 60 points, the margin here. Far cry from the 150-odd last time they played.
Absolutely. Dale Cunningham's just gone off. He had a bit of cramp in the background there. He went down for a few seconds and he's come off, managed to jog his way off, but it definitely was cramp. You could see the way he was grabbing his leg, but he's just gone through the interchange.
Criswell, creative, gets it over to Lant. Lant puts it on the boot. Out there, held. Probably didn't have it there. I think it's could be young McLennan, is it? No, It's another one. Sorry, it's not Jockey Boy McLennan. It is Braden Rioli. He goes out to Addison, to Hooker. Hooker on the left foot, goes in long, direct on the lead. Bennell, beautiful catch. Great mark there by Bennell. Full stretch, full pace. Great ability, this guy at the highest level. And that was a beautiful kick from Hooker on the lead. Great footy and poor checking. Hooker's actually run down there and got the chip from Bennell, so good work from Hooker. Busy player. 4.5 minutes gone. The Bombers trail by 60 points.
He needs to get this one. There needs a bit of reward for that play.
Nicholas Hooker, the left footer. Let's see how he goes. Very deliberate. Could get one here for the Backmen's Association. As he comes in on the trusty left, he'll kick from 40. There he is. It's a nice kick. And the goal umpire likes it as well. Yep. It's gone straight overhead. Beautifully done. Nicholas Hooker, a good reward for a hard day's work. He's been a good player today for the Bombers, probably in their best 5. And the Bombers now have got their 5th goal on the board, 34, trailing St Mary's 88. We're 5 minutes into the last quarter. Rioli comes off, gets a little bit of a pat on the back from the coaching group. You know, the Tiwi Bombers, plenty of young players out there, young talent out on the field, so there's a good future for them. They'd be happy to win this last quarter. Would be a great result for them.
Certainly ran hard all day, and as I said, they've been hunting in packs most of the day. Every time that St Mary's have got themselves in trouble, there's 2 or 3 Bombers players around them. So it's just that when the class shows.
Griswold does well, but it's sharked there by Munkara. Puts it out in front of Bennell, and Bennell pings the ears back. Has a bit of a gallop. Goes once again. It goes through the hands there of the Tiwi player in, I think it was Puantanameri possibly. Ball goes over. Lance trying to pick it up. Munkara is providing the pressure that's just seen out by St Mary's. Was it deliberate? No, says the umpire. Seen over the sideline there by O'Connor Dawkins. So we've got another boundary throw in here. Griswold and Cruz does well. Gets it to Thompson. He goes long into the forward line. Tipalura's up there. Both the Tipalura's in Stan and Johnny. Goes forward. Michael Dunn's there. Handballs it up. Oban does well. It's excellent work here by the Saints guys running it out of their back line. Well done by the Saints players. Hooker does a good spoil. Picked up by Lant. Lant throws it on the boot. And it gets out to Grenfell. Grenfell comes back into the right foot. Calder on the lead. Doesn't quite get there. Doesn't hold on to that mark. It's Austral again, who's been serviceable.
Good chase by Grenfell there, though.
Yeah, he goes out to McLennan. Does well. The 360 there by Hooker. I think he's done. Mitchie Musgrove. Good tackle. Musgrove runs around. Hooker on the mark. Clever goes long now into the area of Calder. Calder works himself to the front. Can't mark it. Does his own roving. Handballs it back to Yaron. Yaron goes for goal and just sprays it out on the full.
I don't think Yaron was expecting that, and when it came to him, he just got, oh, gee, I've got a chance here, but he's missed everything.
Nicky Yaron, like he just got a Christmas present early and didn't know how to open it. Anyway, it'll be Bugs Heenan brings it back in. Well done. Here they go. Manel's got it. Oh, he flicked it back up there to the running player in the Munkara, and he's dropped it. Goes in short to Paredes. And Paredes chips it over the top. They can raffle that one. And it's well done there. It's marked by Fawcett, who's once again, he's a hard-working young player. Let's see if he can kick a goal, Nick.
This will be his first of the day as well.
A little bit random the way the Tiwis are bringing the ball out at the moment and letting...
he's hit the post.
He's hit the post, letting St Mary's get some extra shots on goal. Plenty of opportunity for turnovers.
That's St Mary's 17th point, and they will be disappointed by a few of those.
12-17-89, 5-4-34. We've gone nearly 9 minutes the last quarter here at TIO. Another blood rule. one of the players that's coming off. It looks like it might be the number 2 in Peter Aputimini. Might be, yeah, he's coming off for the blood rule. Hooker's just waiting. Bugsy Heenan's telling him to go long. Goes into Dion Munkara, who's been hard working today. He gives it back to Hooker, who provides some run off half back and the left foot. That's a beautiful kick. That's a lovely kick from Hooker. And he finds Cunningham, Richard Cunningham out there. He goes onto his boot and marked by McLennan. And the umpire's going to pay it. Jockey boy McLennan's grabbed that one. Well done. St Mary's are saying it might have bounced.
Well, I think it did bounce. It he dropped the mark, but the umpire already blew the whistle and paid the mark before he completed it. But he definitely dropped the mark.
So he's young McLennan's going to go back and have a shot on goal here. The Tiwis would like to see this one go through, get the points down to under 50 point lead. Young McLennan, here he goes, he comes in, he kicks on the right foot, and it just goes to the right hand side. So the point there to the Bombers. Tiwi Bombers now 5-5-35, and the Saints are bringing this one out, and it's gone out of bounds. Well done there by the they're going across and they're congratulating one of the boys from the Bombers. Might have been young McLennan again. Did well, chased and tackled, so that's a bit of a win there for the Tiwis, getting that ball out, and a good little bit of work there by John McLennan. All right, here we go. They're throwing the ball back in again. Cruz, Grenfell grabs it, throws it on the boot. Musgrove's there, goes out, hits the ground, it goes out, and Salmon picks it up, and he's well tackled, dispossessed. It's a very good tackle there by the Tiwi player in Keranua. They go on quickly. Kicks to the lead, well done. That's a good mark by Michael Dunn. He's right on his distance, you'd suspect. Just chips it over. Excellent. And it's Dion Munkara who's done the extra work and pushed down to receive that one.
Yeah, none of the Saints guys weren't with him then. They left him alone, and he was always on his distance there. You thought he was going to look to find someone to chip that to, and he did.
So it's a good game, Dion. Plenty of the footy, still working hard into the fourth quarter, and that's what you want out of your best players. He comes in, shoots from about 45. He's hit that well. That's a beautiful kick, Dion Munkara. Get around him, boys. Excellent work, Dion Munkara. Well done. And that's a goal to the Tiwi Bombers, 6-5-41. Trail St Mary's 12-17-89, and we've gone almost 12 minutes last quarter, Nick.
Yep, 48-point lead to St Mary's. Tiwi, although it's a big 48-point lead, St Mary's going to beat a lot of sides this year. This is their 6th in a row. They had a horrible first game, but since then they've looked really on song. And I'd be worried if I was some of the other clubs in the NTFL at the moment with the way St Mary's are playing.
Yeah, they're certainly hitting some good form before Christmas, getting those important wins before we go into the break. Always used to like to have around 7 on the board by Christmas, and you could enjoy your Christmas dinner as a coach and a player. And in you go with umpire Noonan, and that time Chiswell knocks it straight down to Mully Cruz, who does his own roving. Ball goes forward, well done by St Mary's there. They've knocked the ball out in front, picked up by Hodges, and Dunn grabbed his leg. So it looks as though Hodges will get a free kick for legging. Hodges goes out towards the scoreboard side. Oh, up before nominations on that occasion was Shane Ostrell. Comes down, it's kicked forward there by the Saints player. Couldn't quite catch who that was. Valagio's got it, can't find a handle on it. Picked up by Ostrell, throws it on the boot, and it's well done. Caught by, marked there by Keranua. Dwayne Keranua. Goes to the right foot, he goes long down the line. It's good work. Johnny Tipalura's got it now. John Tipalura, beautiful bright boots. Hoban does well on the mark. He stands the mark very well over to Thompson. Thompson gives it to Bennell, and Bennell back to Thompson, and Thompson, it's a good build-up. Finds it inside. It's an excellent kick into Michael Dunn, who's it looks as though he's been shot by a sniper. Both legs are gone. Mikey Dunn's
Yeah,
got a little bit of cramp set in. I'm not surprised. It's very hot out there, Nick.
Yep, he didn't have good job. He didn't have to jump for that because he wasn't going to get off the ground.
No.
But he hit him right in the chest. He's just be interested to see how he goes here. But a couple of the Tiwi boys have shown a bit of cramp.
He's actually, it looked like a full body cramp. He just attacked him. And he's done well, Michael Dunn. He's gone back under duress and kicked the goal for the Bombers. So well done to Tiwi. They're not going away here. 7 goals, 5-47. Trail St Mary's 12-17. Almost 15 minutes gone in the last quarter. 42-point lead to St Mary's. 7
individual goal scorers for Tiwi Bombers now. So a good spread across the pack. They look good when they're going forward quickly, but St Mary's are just having a bit more composure when they go forward. And they've got those big tall towers at the front that are just making the difference at the moment.
Certainly straightened St Mary's up. When in doubt, just go long in the Calder and Grenfell direction. It's a great way to play your footy, having those big targets up forward, and then you've got your little players like Yarran and Salmon and these guys that get in underneath and work their magic. Oh, umpire comes in, he gets us underway again. 15 minutes gone. Chiswell does well there, knocks it to Paridi's advantage. Throws it on the boot. Yarran's out there. Oh, it's a cruel bounce for Nicky Yarran. He led to the ball. Bugsy Heenan picks it up. Goes out there now, and well done. I think it was Thompson. It was a good tackle. Valagio dances around and chips it beautifully over the Calder. Well done by young Valagio. Young Xavier. Excellent work there. Good poise. And hit that one nicely to Calder, and Calder's going to go back and have a shot on goal.
Nicholas Hooker there was running down the wing, expecting the ball to him until it got cut off, and then left his man all on his own in the back line, but he certainly was trying to push forward at the right time.
Jackson Calder comes in. Very deliberate. Kicks from about 25 metres out, and he has missed it. And he's starting to get annoyed with it, but, you know, I suppose when you're a key forward like that, some days you have where you're kicking boots, you forget to pack them, but still been a damaging player all day. Jackson Calder. St Mary's now with a 42-point lead over the Tiwi Bombers as we head towards time on. McCarthy. He's done all right too. Chips the ball over to that man Hooker. He's done a mountain of work today, Hooker. Nicholas Hooker trying to get them out of their back half. Kicks it again to McCarthy. He plays on. Screws off the side of his boot a little bit. And Chiswell's got all the height there on Cruz and takes a good mark. Knocks it inboard to Paredes, the skip. The skipper goes and he goes long. Hits it well in the Calder direction again, I think it was. Or it might have been, that time it might have been the other tall one. Oh no, it was Calder. Bounces, a cruel bounce there, but a good follow-up. Musgrove has earned the free kick.
Yeah, painting for too high there. It was a
little bit of ill discipline there by the Tiwi player in young Apamini, and he chips it inboard, but the umpire wants it back. So Mitchie Musgrove's got it in the forward pocket. Handball's off to Lant. Lant takes a shot on goal, and what's he done? Dylan Lant has been marked by Grenville, and Grenville plays on and kicks the goal.
That's his fifth.
That's his fifth on the back of 7 last week. He certainly hit some form leading into Christmas, and that's 12 now, 12-18, 13-18, 96. St Mary's leading the Tiwi Bombers 7-5-47. 18 minutes gone, Nick.
Yep, St Mary's have been looking good for the whole game, and 5 goals there to Braden Grenfield. If kicked a bit straighter, this would be a big score. Certainly not the 156 points. But Tiwi Bombers have hunted and not given up. They've had, as I said, 7 individual goal scorers and have looked pretty good. But I think most sides will be scared of St Mary's this season.
Yeah, they're looking good, the Saints. And we'll be back in the middle again. David Cruz battled away gallantly all day against Griswold. He gets the ball down, well done. Chiswell get it down to Lant again. The ball goes forward. Flock of players there knocking it forward is Thompson. Thompson then throws it onto the right boot down into their forward half. Leading in the race to the ball there is O'Connor Dawkins. It's hacked out by the Tiwi player. Picked up then by Paredes, which is good to Jellyman Turner. Goes to a 50-50 contest. Dion Munkara, I'm not sure if it was Dion, but he knocks it forward. There's Dion now. Picked up beautifully there by Tiwi. Chips it over to Tipalura, and Johnny Tipalura is in a good spot. And we'll go back and have a shot on goal as we head towards the 20-minute mark of the last quarter. John Tipalura lining up for what will be his first shot on goal, I think.
No, he got one really early.
Really early, yeah, that's right.
In the first quarter.
Yep. It's been a little bit quiet today, John. And here he goes. He'll be coming in. He'll kick from around about 45 by the time he gets onto it. Beautiful low punching kick, and that's a good goal, John Tipalura. Well done. Good reward for effort from the Tiwi boys in the middle of the ground. Just kept hacking it forward. The Tiwi Bombers 8-5-53 trail St Mary's 13-18 96. 20 minutes gone in the last quarter.
And that's John Tipalura, the first multiple goal scorer for the Bombers. All the rest are singles. As I said, he got an early goal, and then he's been very quiet today, but popped up then in the right time. Next week, of course, they take on Pine across the road at DXC. That'll be a very interesting game with the Bombers. And St Mary's have Southern Districts, which will be an absolute cracker next week at Norbill.
That will be a good game out there at Norbill. Here we go. Chiswell again. Here he goes up against Cruz. He knocks it forward. McLennan goes without it. Picked up there well by Purintada Mary. Kicks it forward to Adamson, over to Bennell. Bennell hits that ball in, picked up beautifully by Stan Tipalura. Goes to his right, left, then back to his right. Snaps it across his body, and he's gone out of bounds on the full. Stanley, not one of his better kicks. Great mover though. Love watching him play. Hodges brings the ball back in for Saints. Ooh, it's a little bit of a shank off the side of the boot from young Hodges there, and it goes out of bounds. And the round comes, it'll be Tipalura, is it? He's just laid back on that and gone bang, and it's not a goal, it's a point. Would have been nice, Stan, to kick that too.
Yep.
Would have been a nice goal. Anyway, Jacob Long will bring the ball back in. He's having a good season, Jacob. Jacob Long being a very steady player. Short kick. Well done there. Lance got it again. He's got plenty of it today again, Dylan Lant. Knocks it down nicely to Hillier. Hillier goes straight away to the right foot. Nice long one to Calder. Calder gets it. It's a good mark from Calder. He wheels and goes. He'll be looking in there for Grenfell. It goes over the back. There's nobody there except Paredes. Paredes does a funny little kick, and it falls to the to Gallagher, and Gallagher kicks the goal for St Mary's. A little bit of a anti-climax there in the end.
Yeah, there was two or three of them running through then, and he probably would have been better off just to handball that across, but he's decided to do the kick through and made it a little bit more difficult for Gallagher, but he's picked it up and popped it through. And that's given St Mary's a 48-point lead now as we're getting close to the end of the game.
Yeah, a little bit of perceived pressure, I think, there by Richard Cunningham, and Paredes knocking that ball to Gallagher's advantage, and he was able to kick the goal. Back to the middle again. Chiswell, who's been really good today, obviously with a pretty big height advantage. He's up against Johnny Tipalura this time. So Johnny's turn to go into the ruck. Palms it down beautifully. Jellyman Turner, plenty of energy. That's a beautiful handball out to Bowden, and Bowden's use has been pretty good today, and just needed a little yard on that one for Hillier, and not quite. St Mary's have been very solid again today. 48-point lead here, well into junk time. Not a lot of time left in this one. Probably the better players, Nick. What are your thoughts?
Jellyman Turner's been outstanding today. He's had a quiet last quarter, but has had a great game. Of course, Braden Grenfield, 5 up front, a great one. Mitch Musgrove's been across it, and of course the captain, Paredes, has had a great game for St Mary's. And the Tipalura boys have had a great game, and Cunningham has had a good one as well. Cruz was in there for a while, got a little bit of temper in that third quarter, but has had a great game as well.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I think that Harley Bennell, when he comes in and out of the game, he just shows a lot of class, and it's just great to see him up here and playing, and in a better side with a few better players around him. I think he'd be really dominating.
Yeah, he's struggled when he's got the ball to find somebody who's going to go with him.
Yeah, and Dion Moncada has been okay, and he's absolutely got the yips now. For old Jackson, he's like Ian Baker Finch in the 80s when he gave up golf because he couldn't putt anymore.
If you want a new pair of boots, go see Jackson after the game. I'm pretty sure he'll give you the ones he's got on.
Throw them in the bin, Jacko. The champ. Anyway, the boundary umpire is going to throw this one back in. Not a lot of time left in this one. It's all St Mary's at the moment. McCarthy knocks that one down. Hillier's in there still working hard. Lant, well done by Bennell. Gets the ball out to the advantage. Addison picks it up, knocks it forward, and then is ridden into the back. So I think he gets a free kick. Calder's given away a free kick.
Yeah, he stuck his arm up straight away there. He clipped him as he went past. He didn't mean to, but he did stick his hand up and let the umpire know that he may have knocked him.
Rioli, famous name on the Tiwi Islands, obviously. Rioli jogs away, kicks the ball into a bit of space there. Yeah, well done there. Picked up beautifully by Cunningham. Kicks the ball. I think he might have found the other Cunningham. He goes inboard as well to Wiley, who's been busy. He's kept working hard across to Bennell. Can the Bombers get the last goal of the game? 25 and a half minutes gone. A far better performance than the round 2 loss. And goes in short. Well done. Picked up by Moncada. Moncada snaps it. Oh, well done. Great effort, Willie Moncada. That's a great goal. And the Tiwi Bombers, they can be proud of their effort today. It's been hot and hard work out there. Both sides have showed a great deal of endeavour. St Mary's 14, 18, 120. Lead the Bombers 60. So the Bombers are 42 points in arrears. And they've really worked hard in this second half to keep the game a little bit of an even contest.
Another goal scorer for Tiwi Bombers, so that was Moncara's first goal of the game as well. So lots of individuals and only one guy with 2, so that's John Tipura is the only guy who's actually scored 2 today for the Bombers.
42 points to margin, 26 and a half minutes gone. Cruz up against Chiswell again, palms it down, well done Lant. In front of Bennell on that occasion, the left foot, it's a high one for the Brave. Calder, good Dukes. Yep. Excellent work. Jackson Calder goes to the left foot, over to Yarran, and Nicky Yarran's got that one. Quick reply coming from St Mary's. Can't be a lot of time left. Now Yarran plays on, hooks it back around. It's a great snap-it goal there from Nicholas Yarran, and he gets St Mary's another one here. 27 minutes gone. Great stuff by Yarran. Got himself into a little bit of bother, but 15, 18, 108. Tiwi Bombers 9-6-60.
So 48-point lead, and that's Nicholas Yarran's second one in this quarter. Long quarter, 27 minutes. It's I didn't think we had that much time on at the moment, but it's been a long one.
It's cruel. How hot it is out there for the boys. Yeah, just going to keep them playing a little bit longer.
This is the first 27-minute quarter I've had all year, I think.
Yeah, well, the Mully Cruz just sorts his hairstyle out, stays down this time. Griswold gets it down to Paredes, comes through the pack, and there it is. It's thrown on the boot by the Tiwi Bombers, but it's all St Mary's. It's all over here. St Mary's are run-out winners 15-18, 108 to the Tiwi Bombers 9-6-60.
So 48-point winners. A great day. Goal scorers, lots of them for the Tiwi Bombers. Cunningham, Munker, Cunningham as well. There was Dunn, Hooker, Tipuluri's got 2, John Tipuluri, Stanley got 1, and Moncada got 1. And for St Mary's, Paredes got 1 early, Lant got 2, Nicholas Yarran got a couple in the last quarter, Hillier got 1, Musgrave 2, Calder 1, Gallagher 1, and 5 for Grenfell after his 7 last week. But a big day and a great one, Dave.
Sorry, mate, I knocked off. No, it was a good game and a good win for Saints, and an improved effort from the Tiwi Bombers. A lot of good young players there at the Bombers, and they've just got to butter up, train this week and turn up next week against Pine.
All right, you've been watching the AFLNT's coverage of the 2022-23 TIO NTFL season here from TIO Stadium. It's been a pleasure to be your host this afternoon. My name is Nick Danks. I was joined by Damien Hale. Up next here at TIO, the Buffs take on Waratahs.